Have you ever wondered if real power still exists in silence? In a world filled with social media billionaires and camera-hungry politicians, there is one man who defies every modern rule of fame. He doesn't post, he doesn't pose, he doesn't need to speak loudly because his silence moves nations. His name is Sultan Haitham bin Tariq, the ruler of Oman. To most of the world, he's a mystery. No flashy headlines, no paparazzi, no luxury shows for the press. And yet, behind the scenes, he commands one of the most discreet and wealthy royal lifestyles on earth. While others chase attention, Sultan Haitham quietly moves from one continent to another, his presence barely seen but deeply felt. This video takes you inside the hidden world of Oman's Sultan, a man whose authority stretches across land, sea, and sky. We'll explore his private fleet of multi-million-dollar aircraft, his floating palaces disguised as yachts, his armored convoys, and his palatial residences scattered across continents. But this is not just about wealth. This is about a style of leadership that's disappearing from the modern world, one built on heritage, quiet discipline, and a kind of power that doesn't need to shout. Welcome back to our channel. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video from us. Now, let's begin our journey into the life of a ruler who doesn't just lead a nation. He carries its legacy in every step he takes. While the world's billionaires lease private jets for comfort and speed, Sultan Haitham bin Tariq takes it further. He owns the skies. His personal fleet is among the most elite in the world, managed under Oman's royal flight program. At the center of it all is a majestic Boeing 747-8BJ, known by its call sign, Niswa. This flying palace is worth over $200 million and serves not just as a mode of transport but as a strategic airborne command center. Inside, the aircraft is a symbol of understated luxury. Think gold-trimmed walls, hand-stitched leather seating, private suites, meeting chambers, and even security command posts. When the Sultan flies, he's not just traveling, he's carrying Oman's sovereignty above the clouds. Alongside the 747 are other royal aircraft including Airbus A319 and A320 jets, each custom-built for shorter regional missions and VIP duties. The Gulfstream G650ER, another crown jewel of the fleet, offers rapid global mobility with a range of nearly 7,000 nautical miles. It's the Sultan's go-to jet when speed, discretion, and security are non-negotiable. But air dominance isn't just about planes. The Sultan also employs Eurocopter Super Puma helicopters, ready to transport him between palaces, ships, or remote regions within minutes. These choppers are fast, secure, and equipped for every emergency scenario imaginable. Every detail of this airborne empire is carefully planned, from the moment the tires leave the runway to the second they touch back down. Flight paths are confidential, crew members are hand-picked, and backup aircraft are always on standby. This is not luxury for luxury's sake. It is controlled, calculated movement, a system built to keep a modern monarch untouchable yet always in command, no matter where in the world he lands. If the skies belong to the Sultan, then the oceans bow to his command. Sultan Haitham doesn't merely cruise the seas, he rules them. His royal yacht fleet includes two of the largest and most heavily guarded vessels in the world, the Fuk al-Salama and the Al-Said. Together, they represent not only unmatched luxury but also quiet power that sails across international waters. The Fuk al-Salama, which means ship of peace, is anything but ordinary. Estimated at over $500 million, this Italian-built behemoth is more than a yacht. It's a mobile embassy, a floating palace, and a strategic hub. Inside are opulent conference rooms, medical suites, a beauty salon, a private beach club, and a helipad ready to welcome diplomats or whisk the Sultan away at a moment's notice. Then there's the Al-Said, a $300 million masterpiece constructed by the legendary German shipyard Lürssen. With capacity for an entire orchestra, its interior boasts hand-carved Omani wood, silk-lined lounges, and panoramic sea views. It is a cultural icon as much as it is a royal vessel. But make no mistake, these yachts are not simply for pleasure. They're platforms of projection and diplomacy, floating symbols of Oman's prestige and sovereign reach. When the Sultan docks at any major port, from Europe to Asia, the arrival is not quiet, it's calculated. It signals that Oman is present, respected, and watching. Designed over years and continuously upgraded, these vessels combine traditional Omani artistry with the most advanced nautical technology in the world. Every corridor tells a story of heritage. Every chamber is wired for security, discretion, and strategy. To the casual observer, they may seem like luxury ships, but to those who understand how influence moves in silence, these are floating fortresses of royal power. When Sultan Haitham bin Tariq steps onto land, the awe doesn't fade. It intensifies. While the world's wealthiest flaunt their supercars at expos or private gatherings, Sultan Haitham's vehicles serve a far more calculated purpose. His royal convoy isn't just a collection of luxury automobiles, it's a mobile fortress engineered to glide through the streets with quiet precision, overwhelming presence, and untouchable security. At the heart of this elite motorcade is the Mercedes-Maybach S600, sleek, silent, and armored to withstand ballistic threats. This car combines modern technology with regal elegance. The moment its engine hums, it sets the tone. The Sultan is near, and nothing is left to chance. But that's just the start. In his fleet prowls the Bugatti Chiron, a $3 million beast of engineering, faster than any car in Oman and nearly silent despite its 1/500 horsepower. On ceremonial occasions, you might glimpse the Rolls-Royce Phantom, customized to the Sultan's personal taste with hand-stitched interiors and a ride so smooth it feels like floating. These vehicles are not for show. They are built to protect and project. Their armor is impenetrable. Their systems are state-of-the-art, even their silence speaks volumes. Alongside them, you'll find the Mercedes E-Class limousine, bringing a classic touch of royal tradition to the modern convoy. It's not just transportation, it's part of the message. And when the roads get rugged, across dunes or deep into Oman's remote landscapes, the Sultan turns to the Bentley Bentayga, the ultimate fusion of off-road muscle and royal luxury. With bulletproof windows and a hand-built V8 engine, it ensures the Sultan travels in comfort regardless of terrain. Each of these vehicles is more than a machine. It's a moving statement of authority, wealth, and national pride, because when Sultan Haitham rides, the roads don't just open for him, they yield. Every time Sultan Haitham moves, it's not just a trip. It's a coordinated operation executed with the kind of precision most world leaders reserve for wartime. In Oman and abroad, the Sultan's travel is safeguarded by a multi-layered system of elite protection. Before he even steps out the door, an advanced team is deployed. These specialists, trained in intelligence, logistics, and high-level security, arrive hours, sometimes days, ahead. They survey the destination, sweep for threats, identify emergency routes, and position tactical backups in strategic locations. When the Sultan's motorcade moves, it is a formation of discipline and deterrence. Armed escort vehicles, armored convoys, motorcycles, and medical support all flow in synchronized patterns. Every traffic light, every intersection, every side street is accounted for, and overhead, helicopters from the Royal Flight patrol the skies, while drones and remote surveillance teams monitor real-time activity from mobile command units. This isn't ceremony, it's protocol. The Sultan's safety is never left to chance. But what's remarkable is not just the scale of security, it's the calmness of it all. There are no loud sirens, no dramatic maneuvers. His movement is quiet, efficient, and precise. Just like his governance, this approach reflects his leadership style, disciplined, focused, and deeply deliberate. Every appearance is calculated, every absence strategic. The Sultan knows that in the modern world, showing up is more than just arriving. It's about setting the tone for diplomacy, for negotiation, or for influence. In fact, many of the Sultan's most important meetings begin not at the table but on the tarmac, where the tone is set by how he moves, how he's received, and how he's protected. Because in today's global landscape, power is not just about speeches or armies. It's about how a leader enters the room and what that presence silently commands. In January 2020, after the death of Sultan Qaboos, the longest reigning ruler in Oman's history, the nation held its breath. There was no public successor, but behind closed doors, a sealed letter written by Sultan Qaboos was opened. Inside was the name Haitham bin Tariq. It wasn't a surprise to those who knew him. Sultan Haitham had quietly served as Minister of Heritage and Culture for nearly 20 years. He wasn't loud, but he was consistent. He protected Oman's traditions, represented it abroad, and built a reputation for calm leadership. Upon taking the throne, he faced economic pressure and a rapidly changing region. But true to his style, he didn't panic. He restructured government institutions, focused on economic diversification, and strengthened Oman's global diplomacy, all while preserving the nation's neutrality. Under his reign, Oman remains a voice of reason in the Middle East. No shouting, no power grabs, just steady guidance. Sultan Haitham leads like he moves, calmly, carefully, and with purpose. His legacy won't be measured by headlines, but by the stability he sustains and the quiet strength he leaves behind, because in a world full of noise, he proves that real power still whispers. Do you think Sultan Haitham is the most discreet yet powerful royal figure in the modern world? Which part of his life amazed you the most? The air fleet, the yachts, or his secretive rise to power? Please leave a comment below, and remember to click the bell icon to get notifications of our latest content. Thank you very much, and see you soon.